So, we're planning for our next trip. And I've been doing a little Amazon stress buying. Like, I'll wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and be like, oh my gosh, we need this. The latest thing that I did that was reusable straws. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some of the things that I've been purchasing on Amazon. So, maybe it'll help you for your upcoming trip. This also is a little bit different of a trip for us since we're driving down and we typically don't drive down with the kids. So I am having to think of a different way to entertain them. We are driving part of the way from Chapel Hill to Savannah. And then we're driving from Savannah down to Disney. And so I'm trying to think of all the things to keep them occupied in the car. Of course, we're going to try and leave early. We're going to try and make sure that we're driving when they're sleepy so that we're not having to deal with as many meltdowns as possible. So anyhow, I purchased for myself these sunglasses. I had gotten a couple pairs before, and so I like these. It's a 2-pack, and actually by the time I've purchased this, I just purchased these 3 days ago, and they've already dropped $3. So I got to figure out if there's a way to get some money back on those. So sunglasses, I have 2 different kinds. I like these because they don't have the nose piece that will get stuck in your hair. And I'll link all of these products down below in the comments. So if you are looking for some of these things, I already have a pair of these sunglasses. So I really do like these. And I got this 2-pack that has the black and the brown so I can switch depending on what I'm wearing that day. So that's one of the things that I went ahead and purchased. The next one, let's see if it'll pop up. Okay, cool. I purchased this one on April 10th, so a couple days ago. And I really like this shirt. I've been making my own shirts for Disney for the kids, but for some reason, like, I'll make them for other people to wear, but I typically don't like when I make them and I wear them. But this one I can't make myself. If you are interested in shirts, a little plug, I make them at Thoughtful Turtle, so if you want to check that out, you're welcome to go over there, and I would happily make you a customized shirt. But so this is one of the ones that I thought was super cute. I ordered it in this dark gray, and I like all the colors that are on it, so it'll be a cute shirt to wear while we are there. Another quick plug is if you aren't using Amazon Smile. If you aren't using Smile with your account, you should check into it because it donates part of your purchases to one of your charities of choice. In this case, we donate it to our daughter's elementary school, and so they get little chunks of money, and I'm gonna buy from this anyway, so I might as well get some benefit for my kids' school at the same time. The next one, this is the one I woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning and I purchased, was the reusable straws. I know in the parks they are moving towards using paper straws so that they're more eco-friendly, save the turtles. So what we need is my kids use straws all the time, and so these fold up and they go into these little holders, and they come with brushes to clean them out. And so when we're in the parks, this will be nice just to clip them onto my backpack and have them handy for the kids while we are in the parks. So something for you to consider, because like when we're drinking a Dole Whip float or things like that, that straw tends to deteriorate, and then it's no good. So having a reusable straw is good for us and good for the environment. And so here's the ones that I'm going to try out. Haven't tried any of these products yet, so just telling you what I'm looking and researching and buying so that if they do end up being good products, I can talk about that too. But this is another item that I was stress buying. I woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning. This one is really cool. I was looking for something for our son who turned 1 in January to do in the car, because he's not going to have some tablet time the way that the bigger kids will. And he's in the phase of liking to push buttons. Like, he finds any button in our house that he can push. And so this one, I looked at a couple different of these Montessori busy boards, and this one had multiple kinds of switches. The other one that I was looking to had like attached plugs so that he could like stretch it and plug it in. But I was like, I don't know how comfortable I feel with him having something that's like kind of like a string while he's in the car seat and we're driving for a long period of time. So for this case, I just went ahead and got this one that has a whole bunch of different kinds of switches, and he loves music. And so this one I got, hopefully I don't regret this decision. It switches on and off your an SD card, a micro SD card, and you can put in your own music. So if they have favorite songs they like to play, it can switch on and off, and then it toggles the volume up and down. And so this one just arrived. I haven't unboxed it because I don't want my kids to take it before we get in the car. So I'm trying to like keep all these things and hide them so that they're a surprise when we get in the car and it's a little bit more fun. All right. The next one I did get was this travel tray for the kids. Since we will be in the car for a long time, the big kids are forward facing, and so I wanted them to have a table so that they could put, if they wanted to color or draw or anything like that, a good spot for them to keep all of their stuff. It folds up. So these just arrived last night, and so I'm excited to pull them out and look at them. But I feel like it's going to be a good thing to keep a tray, because I feel like they always struggle to keep everything like close by to them and everything while we're driving. And this one looked neat too because the tray of it itself is a whiteboard, and so you can draw on it and erase and everything. So my kids love doing that, so I'll probably put in some traceables. I'll print some traceables out, like their names, so that they can work on their handwriting while we're driving. We also could put some puzzles or mazes in there so that they can go through and try the different mazes and do those over and over again. So I think hopefully this works out. I'll show you what the setup looked like later, but this is one of the other ones that I purchased. Okay, so this one is a Montessori preschool learning busy book, and I do like the Montessori things because they are hands-on and they teach all kinds of things. Being a former teacher, I like toys with a purpose. So we were able to have the Lovery kits for the 1-year-old, and so like him learning the cause and effect with the dropping of the balls and things like that. So anything, the Montessori way of thinking, even though my kids don't go to a Montessori school, I really like the Montessori way of thinking. And so these are all different kinds of puzzles, and it all folds up. So this is going to be for our 3-year-old, that I think he'll be able to put things on and pull stuff off. And it comes with whiteboard markers too, so he'll be able to draw on his board, but then also draw within the book. So I think that's really cool for him because he can't do as advanced things as his sister. So I have other Usborne activity books that I'm planning on doing with his sister, but this one was a good one that I think he'll be able to like match and practice where he is in his learning. Also, side note, make sure that you guys look at this. There is a coupon, an extra 10% off when you click this coupon. So all you have to do is click that and it gets applied at your checkout. Sometimes products have those, sometimes they don't. So just wanted to make sure you were aware to always check for the different coupons on Amazon. I'm all about saving money too. So check for that. Another plug in terms of saving money, if you use Chrome and you have not installed the Honey app, you should definitely install the Honey extension. I'll put a link to that below. It checks for coupon codes for you, so when you go to checkout, it runs all their coupon codes and tries to get you cash. And then if you elect to get their rewards back, it sometimes is a 1% to like a 10% back. And so what I do is when I'm shopping, I always use the Honey app and I save up all that money throughout the year. And that's what I use. I get back in gift cards at the end of the year and I use that to buy Christmas presents. So then it doesn't feel as bad when I'm buying Christmas presents. So I normally rack up at least $100 in cash back over the year. So that kind of makes it a little bit easier to buy those things. I know they're collecting your information and that's how they get the money back and all that kind of stuff, and they're going to collect my information one way or the other, so I just figure why not get a little bit of cash for it. That's completely up to you. I'll throw that out there, but I really like the Honey app. It's been super helpful. It's an add-on to Chrome. It's an extension, so if you use Chrome, it'll automatically do those at checkout, so check that one out. All right, back to my Amazon stress buying. This was the one that I bought about a week ago, and this was the new Who's Who book, and so since characters are coming back, I am getting new books for the kids to have autographs. Again, when you purchase these kinds of books, make sure that you get a permanent marker so that when they sign, it doesn't, it actually writes on the pages. And when you are going up to your character, make sure you have it flipped open to their page and the pen clipped in there so they're ready to sign. Look, there's another item here. Save $5 when you buy $20 of selected items. That was not there when I purchased this a couple days ago. Dang. So if you're looking at purchasing things, there's a whole bunch of good sales that are happening after I purchased. So check this one out. I definitely would buy this as my signing or my autograph book for characters, because I talked about that before. It's lightweight, or it's not as lightweight, but it's not the hardback that's harder to fit in my backpack, but it has a whole bunch more characters too. So check that one out if you are looking for a cool autograph book, especially because character meet and greets are coming back as of April 18th, so 6 days from now. All right, the next one that I have, this is super helpful. I bought these like our very first Disney trip because I was so concerned about my daughter losing her band. And so these are called bit belts, and you slide it onto your magic band, and then it keeps it, so it's like an extra layer of protection on your the clip on your magic band so it won't fall off. We are definitely magic band people. Like, we've used them since the beginning. I know they're back to the cards, so you can get lanyards and things like that to keep your card so that it gets into your hotel or into the parks. Or you can also use My Disney Experience on your phone. But we still are just magic band people because we have them. And so now that my son will have to wear one because he aged in, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to buy these for his magic bands so that he won't lose his in the park, because I could see him running by and then being like, oop, it's gone. And so this definitely helps to keep them on. So this is a 12 pack that will fit onto the magic bands. So highly recommend that if you have more than, if you have your group of 4 going. You could even stack 2 on there if you're really concerned about a little one losing their magic band. But this is definitely one of the items that I really think we have to have. And then the last item that I purchased was another Stroller Fan. We have one Mickey Stroller Fan. We have another clip-on Stroller Fan, and then because we have all 3 kids this time, we needed to get another Stroller Fan, and so this one came highly recommended. It was a deal of the day a few days back, and so I ended up getting this one. So we'll see how this one attaches to the car seat. I also did get it in this bright green color because I figured if I attached it to the top of the stroller while we are in the parks, then it'll help us identify our strollers better. So this trip we are planning on bringing both of our Zoe strollers, so the double and the single, and just because when we went with my daughter, she just wanted to ride on the front of the stroller the entire time, so I'm not going to fight that battle, and so we'll just bring both strollers and all kids will have a seat if they need to have a seat. So that is our plan. So I needed fans for everybody. So that's what I have been stress buying this week in preparation for our trip. I'm sure there'll be other things that I think of. I do have my other stash of just items that I'm used to bringing with us. And so since this trip isn't a surprise, I will be putting all of that together, and I will be showing off all of our packing here soon because I need to get on that. We're leaving in just a few days. So I really need to pull out all of our clothes, and I'm having a different packing strategy because we are going to stay in Savannah for a night on our way down, so I don't want to pull out all of our stuff for that night. So I'm going to have to pack that night, then pack for Disney, and then also pack for our Charleston on our way back. So check that out if you're looking for tips on packing. And yeah, again, it's odd just for me because we haven't driven down, and so all the things that I'm thinking about that I normally pack and how I have to get everything in just a few bags when we fly is now different because I can bring extra things. So like when we're going to be staying at the hotel, I can bring the little swimmies for them to be playing in the pool. So I know if you're staying on property at Disney, they have the life vests and the swimmies that you can use, but we're staying at a Good Neighbor hotel in Disney Springs, and I'm not quite certain that they have those kinds of amenities. So I'm just going to make sure that I have those things because I know as soon as we get down there, Tegan is going to want to swim. She's been asking about it since she knew we were going for spring break. So I'm going to have to plan for that. Anyhow, that's where we are today. Hopefully some of these items were things that you weren't necessarily thinking about, but now they're on your list and you won't have to stress by them the way that I am the week before. And I'll see you soon. I'll show you my packing. Thank you so much for watching. I totally appreciate it.